Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Mbanirizaako ku Extra Digest mugoba nsonga tuli ne Junior. Ebbanga libadde ddene.
Dio bang tejiweze emyezi ebiri nga tetweraba.
Gisukana mu.
Banga libadde ddene.
Obulamu bugamba ki?
Obulamu sijja gamba nti bwatereera. Naye kale ko bwentunulira abanninanyi.
So yardstick y'obulamu bw'ogipimira ku bakulira.
Abanninanyi because it's very abnormal to compare your life n'abantu abali e Bulaaya. Oba setting goals, you should be realistic to yourself. Wajovudde, it is very bad comparing wajovudde okugenda okutunia wajolaga nga tomanyi wajovudde. My first time on media gwe wandeta ku media abantu no tebakimanyi. I think it is now 3 years since I graduated from Makerere. I came in media when I'm a virgin. I didn't know the basics of media. Munansonyi, I'm not a European. I want social media.
You're not a
basics. I'm not a European. I'm not a British.
European yaliwa.
European.
Ogambye European. Ani mukusoko ogambye European.
I'm not a European. Accent yange bwete obweri because I'm an African. Sijja kubeera na accent eti. I've never traveled to the US and I don't think that I'll travel in the next month to come. Yes. So I'm trying to build the base here to become financially independent. Techijja kunga sagenda mu US na Bungereza nekubya ifananyi ate nkomewo nsabirize benaleka wano.
So kiba better no sigalira ddala wano.
Kiba better no sigalira ddala wano. No sooka ogenda eri. So that there is this perception that when you go outside the country, you have made it in life. To a great extent, because I don't know everybody's dream, but it's unfair, Ibra. Ogende bweru ate n'okomawo n'osumbuwa abantu bewaleka bano. Owange ina mwesa twawo.
Anti ebiseera ebisinga
ku mobile money.
Biba bizibu byansi teri yeyagalira.
Okutavolinga.
Okukomawo.
Okuvaayo eri. No, by the people travel for fun. Now we don't know mutabani w'omulalo, my elder brother Wisdom, yatambula ensi nnya mu weekend. But he's back here. Yali ayagala kutoloka. Nemuga Wisdom atoloke asigale yasaba asayira.
Tekisoboka.
Nemuga Wisdom don't try it. We still need you here. Because I don't ever think that there will be a day on social media minus Wisdom kai mutabani w'omulalo. So whether he says what over what, it is ask the society to judge, but the basics of life is there. So nakafuna invitations nyingi ebweru, people calling me abagala kumpasa Junior I can marry you. No, basoke balinde mu Uganda tenannemerera. Because now I'm a technocrat, I'm a senior government official. I have an office.
Junior.
Yes.
Lwaki ogana omuntu ogenda e Bulaaya n'asigalayo? What is kikyali ekirungi ennyo wano e Kampala?
Okay, people have over-exaggerated the problems of third world countries. Okay? Even nejoddukira ebweru. We are now in a global economic crisis. Segera amafuta gali nyansi yonna. Segera. The basic needs of life, even when you go to the US, life very, very expensive. Okay. Now, if you have an opportunity here, Katinganze, I'm known here, I'm enjoying fruits of celebrityism. Fruit season as always. It is very rare for me to find me.
Kambuze chibuzo.
Yes.
Are you a celebrity?
Of course, I'm a celebrity.
What are you celebrated in?
No, okay, that is another explanation of being a celebrity, but it doesn't stop there. I'm doing a civil service worker, a service delivery to society. Okay?
Tamale Mirundi Junior, are you a celebrity?
The celebrity.
What are you celebrated in?
I'm celebrated in land. I'm a technocrat in the Minister of Land. You want to undermine my contribution to the well-being of society?
I cannot.
If these people who lack proper jobs are celebrated, what about me?
So you are celebrated in land.
Now I'm celebrated. Right now, it is my area of jurisdictions. That's where people benefit from my name. If I help somebody as a senior government official, as a technocrat, you come that Junior, my land was stolen. I look into the documents. I advise you accordingly. Don't undermine that contribution, by the way.
So how long have you worked with the Ministry of Lands?
Now it is now, let me see. I think now, 1, 2, I think 4 months now. 4 months.
I know.
Yeah. They are very little months, but they mean a lot.
For what?
4 months.
I know.
But they mean a lot to society.
I know.
And
No,
I'm not
Junior,
intending to stay there for long.
Some time back, a group of people pushed you to the wall asking for your appointment letter. Until now, you have never presented your appointment of letter. Others claim you may be masquerading with Ministry of Land. Others claim it is just a hearsay. Others think it is just a corridor talk that you work with Ministry of Lands.
Whatever perception people have, okay. I'm not here on all the 3 categories or 4 categories you have pointed out. They are not in my jurisdictions of explanation.
Jurisdiction or jurisdiction, do they differ?
Whatever of explanation.
Okay.
The people who are asking me for my appointment letter, they are not the ones who appointed me.
Who appointed you?
Okay. Now the people who appointed me, okay, are there. Now that is the right question. Who appointed me?
Who appointed you?
Yeah, exactly. Who appointed me?
Good.
Then it takes us to the next question. So my appointment and my contract.
Answer the question.
First wait.
Who appointed you?
My appointment and my contract are these are secret documents that cannot be given to anybody. I cannot just give you a contract to look into my contract as you. Are you the Minister of Public Service?
No.
You should come that me, Blake, a journalist, you present your ID. I need Tamale's 1 academic document.
Okay.
Appointment
this is
letter.
my ID.
No, but you cannot hijack me on a TV program. You see?
This is my
what
ID.
You have done is the correct procedure, but in a wrong place. Okay, this is not a human resource office. So, my friend Ibra,
so should I put back my ID?
Yes, spare time.
Okay.
Okay. I'm always there in my office. I've never refused anyone to come.
So, where is your office?
Parliamentary Avenue, the headquarters
of Minister of Land.
Yes, so you can come there, office of the minister, and you kindly ask, I have come to see Mr. Tamale Mirundi. Of course, they will call me that Mr. Mirundi, because I'm a senior government official.
I know.
You can't just come anyhow.
Okay, let me ask, if I'm to ask for your office at the reception of Ministry of Lands, which exact office do I ask for? Good.
The office of the minister. Okay, so in the office of the minister, which is a...
We have 2 ministers. We have a cabinet minister and a state minister.
For state minister, Dr.
Honorable Mayanja.
Yes. But for us, we don't differentiate. All of them are ministers.
You don't do what?
We don't differentiate that this is a cabinet minister.
What do you mean by differentiate?
Like there's no difference.
Oh,
all of them are ministers.
I get your point. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. So, you come, they check you if you don't have any weapon, so that you threaten the security of us, the technocrats who sit there.
I know.
You will come and get to know more. Yeah.
So you sit inside the minister's office?
No, I'm under the direct supervision of the minister.
So, like at the door, how is your office labeled?
Information scientist.
So that's you?
Yes, I'm an information scientist.
Wow.
You thought I'm who?
I thought you were just...
My friend, you thought I'm nobody?
No.
I'm an information scientist.
Okay,
Yes.
So at the door there is a sign. There is a signpost.
Of course, I'm an information scientist.
Okay.
Yes.
So what have you registered any success for the time you've worked with the Ministry of Land?
Of course. There is a lot of exposure. I have talked to big people, my friends. I meet.
So we are talking about success registered. Thank you. Go on.
My success or the ministry's success, because there are two entities. Mine.
Okay. Well, let us look at
what my friend. When I was still unemployed, I used to look for people.
Yeah.
I want to see General so I want to see the speaker. I want to see. But now these days, you are there, the people come. That means this one, General so. Then you go, you greet the general, and then you start from there.
So as of now, how do you do it?
Like what? Like how do I do it? Doing what?
What do you do?
My work.
Okay.
Now my work it concerns media. It is a lot of work because media is very challenging in the ministries. You must be updated. There are bills that are supposed to pass. You must know what has happened in the cabinet. You are there and then a negative story comes.
So when do you work? Because most of the time I see you on social media ranting over development and non-developmental issues.
Abana Uganda bakitegere oludde kati bw'oluzungulu.
No. Mr. Mirundi, due to public demand and concern, this interview we must have it in English. So please.
Okay.
Yes.
Now the good thing, I also know good English.
Of course.
Let us continue.
You come from a credible university and a public university. One of the best in the region.
What was your question?
My question was, when do you work? Because most of the time I see you on social media ranting.
As technocrats, we work for a few hours. Okay? I'm not in Chisenyi.
I know.
I'm not in Owino.
I know.
My friend, this is a ministry where technocrats, senior government official, we sit. So I work for 4 hours. Just 4 hours, 3 hours.
Public servant?
Yes, I work for
4 hours?
4 hours.
And you're paid?
Of course, I'm paid. So who told you that we have a schedule of duties.
You have what?
A schedule of duties. So when I read through, the Honorable Minister instructs me because I'm executing instructions from the what?
You are executing
instructions
from the word execution.
Yes. From execution, then you execute. I'm executing.
So what is the adjective? What is the proverb?
I'm not an English teacher.
Okay.
You ask those proverbs, nouns, semanya prepositions in an English.
So what is the past tense of execution?
Executed.
Okay.
So after executing my duties per day, as a senior citizen, I can move to Serena to take a tea. I take a lunch. I call it a day.
So how do you spend your afternoons and evenings besides taking tea at Serena?
I'm talking to senior stakeholders in land.
Via phone, physically?
No, physically. Sometimes I'm reading the land, Yes, in land acts. I'm reading the Constitution, the Public Service Memo. I must be well versed, so that's how I spend my time.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you have time to meet your old friends or bees?
Unless they're on appointment. Because you cannot find me on the street. Then you start lamenting, Junior, I want to talk to you. You talk to me as what?
I know.
You can be even arrested.
Hey.
Because now who are you?
Is your OB.
But you can possess a security threat. Now who is there to limit? So now I'm no longer seen on shirts. That he was there wearing a red shirt. No.
So you cannot be, they cannot identify you by the color of the shirt.
Yes.
Like previously.
Like previously. That you find me on a Poco joint. You find me in a Marwa club. Even when I go to bars. These days, Junior, I want to talk to you. I have my secretary. Talk to that
So who
one.
pays your secretary?
Me. These are my aides. My friend, I have a government salary. So I can pay.
So what is your salary scale under the Public Service Commission? It is the you what?
That is
you what? You what?
I cannot. That is not allowed in public service.
No, but this is public information.
It is not.
No, it's public information. Because hold on, even when they are advertising,
now the problem,
they tell us
the problem. You don't know the problem that will come in. You will create a queen government itself. There are people who have master's degree and they are watching. Please, don't take me to that path. Leave me alone.
I know.
You don't know what you will create. What if doctors are hearing? What? The man is getting how much? What if engineers are there? So I don't want to disorganize the public service salary scale to be used as a reference in the parliament. So let us handle everything.
So
professionally.
You're not ready to appear before.
Yes, before the committee. Because also you can call me. That technocrat Junior. Who authorized that?
Who did what?
Authorized your salary. So I don't want to be in the committee.
You're not ready to take a lot of water.
Yes. So
answering the unanswered.
That is the problem Ugandans have. No. You think that you are entitled to know everything. No, know what you can.
Mr. Junior, Mr. Mirundi, yes. Now we would love to know. There is when we see you on social media ranting, using some abnormal statements, trying to pull ropes with other people in the diaspora, trying to use language which we don't think is good language for someone who is a public servant. Yeah, a government technocrat, now, a senior citizen like you claim. Now,
me, I have one problem. I'm straightforward. If you are stupid, I will tell you stupid. I don't have a middle line. Being a technocrat or working in the government will not stop me to express my personal opinions to issues.
So what, like out there, we have children, we have youths out there who are at the university, we have parents out there who are looking up to you.
But that's blackmail.
Hey.
Because if you say that technocrat Junior is doing programs that are not in your own satisfaction. First of all, as who to satisfy you. If you agree with go to court. I'm not a parent. I'm not here to parent your kids. If you are aggrieved with my statements, go and report me to court. But you cannot use blackmail. That because I'm a technocrat, I will surrender my rights. You will come abusing me and I will not answer. I'm not a priest.
So would you think you would lead by example? Because you need to be exemplary to society.
I did go to government to example who? I'm not a reference, my friend. I'm there because I read my books.
I know. You're a graduate.
I'm there because I'm a graduate. To example who? I'm not a president of this country.
So you cannot example anyone.
I'm not elective. That one day I will go to the scrutiny of directorates.
To the what?
Scrutiny. To scrutinize me. My moral fiber, my life. That's why I don't go there. Have you ever found me on a ballot paper? I will not appear.
No.
Because every idiot will give his own statements, his own perception towards you.
Since
my
you
friend,
are in
I'm not
elective
a role
office
model of anybody. Let us get facts clearly. I'm a younger man living his life amid all challenges of life. So, to example,
you cannot example
my life
anyone.
is not unnecessary that I need a professor to mark it. That is idiocy.
You cannot example anyone.
I can't example anyone. If you have a kid and is looking for role models, let him go and look for other role models.
Who are your role models?
His Excellency Kagame. I love him because of principles.
The President of the Republic of Rwanda.
The second one is my father. I love him because of his courage. And I'm the role model of myself. I'm the first fan of my fan. I'm the fan of my fan. So
you were a fan of yourself?
Yes, of myself. So I'm the fan of myself. But it comes the other way around, that I'm the fan of my fan.
Of recent, I saw you on social media claiming not to know your friend, Charles Olim.
C'est papa.
He was your close associate. Some good time.
No.
We used to see you people walking around on the streets of Kampala, and I was shocked seeing a clip of yourself on social media claiming not to know him.
There are two papas. The one that who had a lot of money and were eating the money. I didn't know where the money was coming from because it's none of my business.
So you had to just chew the money.
Yeah, papa had the money. We could go hang up with women, be in the bars. That's not life. That's good life. Now, when he was arrested, I heard that papa is arrested. I thought that this simple arrest will come back. Okay? But then, I had the general race saying that he's the one who instructed. Now, it is very stupid of me to come out clearly and I said that I know Sipapa. I don't know Sipapa right now. The Sipapa who is in prison, I don't know him.
So which Sipapa do you know?
The one who has been outside. So when Sipapa gets out, I will know him and we shall continue.
From where you
From where we stopped.
But the one who is behind the bars.
The one now who is behind the bars, I have to know who took him there. I have to know. It is only three which will remain there when they are going to cut it. There is no any other living thing.
The rest will
run away. What if they are looking for me? So you think a man who has seen 16 blackboards, I enter things which I don't know, that because you are my friend, friendship of what? This is, it is just education that differentiates our thinking.
Education does what?
It makes a difference between how we view and we see things. For you, you are seeing Sipapa, but there might be powerful generals behind. Now I come out that I know Sipapa and they call me tomorrow. So you want me to appear before magistrate? Me, I don't go to my roads of justice.
Why?
That I don't appear on a police station. I have kept my dignity. I'm a law-abiding citizen of Uganda. I've never appeared before police station. I am not arrestable. Okay? So
you're not what?
Arrestable.
What do you mean?
You can't just come and arrest me now.
Is that an adjective? Is it a syllable? Is it a noun? Is it a proverb?
So I will not misuse that privilege to mingle. They call it mingling. You mingle into other people's problems. Because so has been arrested, you bring your funny head.
You too will be arrested.
Yes. They will tell you, come and you have been with this man. So I
make a statement.
I have spent 2 years without seeing Papa.
No. How many years?
I don't know him.
How many years?
2 years.
Someone is calling you?
Yeah, these are my senior colleagues. I'll call him. He's a senior lawyer in the High Court. So,
he's an advocate of the High Court.
Yeah, these are the people we live in. You thought I'm still in Kamocha where they eat Rolex. No. I mingle with senior citizens. So, Sipapa right now, he needs my prayers. I'll offer that. That's what I can offer.
But you have connections in the government.
To connect who? That's the problem. Don't misuse statements, complete them. Yes, I have the connections, but I'm connecting you. A person, the police is saying, the man stole 45 What? $1 million?
I don't know.
It's even dollars. Now, if it was shillings,
you would come in.
Dollars, my brother.
Dollars?
You go slowly.
I know.
Who is the owner of the dollars?
I don't know.
Now, we all don't know. I also don't know. Now, you want me to go where I don't know.
I know.
So, let Mr. Chaisol Yamsi Papa Olim sort out whatever he has to
So, once he's cleared and set free,
yes,
you will start from there.
Of course.
Yeah.
I'll welcome him. That my brother, what had gone wrong? Because I need this side.
But as of now,
my position is very clear. I don't know him. I have spent 2 years without seeing him.
2 years?
Too good. I was also looking for that Papa. Right now, I'm still looking for him.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Extra Digest Mugoba Nsonga. Ibra K. Mukasa is my name. And our guest today is Tamale Mirundi Junior. We decided to do this interview in English because of
public demand.
Yeah.
Even to sort out a few things in the comments will be few. I know that. There will not be many.
So try to predict those comments, those few comments. How will they be?
The comments, you know, you have English is not for everybody.
I know.
So the comments, those people who want to abuse me, they are now, because they will need interpreters. What has this said? By the time they know the exact word, that has elapsed.
I know.
So, it is good to do these programs in English. And there is, by the way, very credible, you know, sector of society that really wanted these English versions.
So much.
So, because I'm the only blogger who can contain English conversation for an hour. Bring isima. Bring wisdom kayurusi. Now, let's start doing these programs in English.
You mean the rest cannot speak English?
Because when we go to academics, qualifications, I'm the highest academically qualified blog on media. Unprecedented.
Sure? Are you sure?
Who?
Isma has a degree from Makerere as well.
Of what? Please.
Economics is something to do with economics.
Of what?
Economics.
They will arrest you.
Over what?
Impersonation, putting students in the data form of Makerere who didn't apply. You'll be arrested. The man has a degree in painting.
I know.
He got it from Sweden. Now you are here. Wisdom Kaya tried, but the other degree they are saying he got it from an arcade. So we haven't verified.
What was the course? What course did you pursue?
That is a certified accountant. I don't know.
Is a what?
A certified. I don't know certified.
Spell for me that word.
Oh.
Certified.
Please. This is not an English word. We shall do that next time. When I have time.
You talked about. You've just said that you've never appeared before police, and you cannot go to police. You are not even arrestable.
Yes.
The day you had a domestic violence case, you called me and told me you're going to police to...
Yes, I was the one who was going to report because my wife was beating me. I was sorely beaten.
You were what?
I was going to... My wife was beating me. So I had to tell the public that I'm here, but my wife is beating me. And people called it a weakness, that you are not man enough. These days, men are suffering under the influence of women because of the nature of our society. I came out. I told him, please help me. This woman is going to kill me. She found me when I'm cheating. Now she wants to kill me. So we had to go to the police to separate us in peace.
So did you get justice after reporting that case to police?
Of course I got justice because now we say everybody is in his own life. Because she was saying that I'm cheating a lot, I don't have time, I'm ever in meetings. I'm saying, but you married a senior government official, technocrat.
A technocrat.
I'm ever busy. But I don't have free time. But I don't reach. We should go back to climb mountains. She had a lot of things. But when you scrutinize her claims, they don't hold any water.
Are you sure?
Yeah. It was total rubbish.
So you got justice at the end of the day?
Yeah, we separated peacefully. I gave her everything in the house. I told her, Tasha.
All the belongings?
All.
She took them?
Yeah. I told her, Tasha, my wife, I loved you from the day I saw you. I thought that you'll understand me. You'll understand the man you got married. But now you're acting like these village girls. You are settling for less.
Are you seeing someone now?
No, these days I paused a little bit. Things of dating. You know, I now have experience.
Of dating?
Because if you tell me you love me, love is an act of willingness backed up by good intentions. So I'm now an expert.
You're a technocrat in love?
No, I'm not. Because psychologically, the only person who loves is your mother. The rest all have interests. You love me. Why do you love me? So now I'm slowly, I move consciously in the field of love.
So you take time?
So I'm taking time. Although they say that I love all the women, yeah, because all the women are not burdens. They are not burdens. You can really work out with them. Okay,
crossing over to the international scene. Just of recent here, there is a gentleman, a blogger like you, from a certain country in Europe here. Yeah. Really?
I've been telling people that that boy is sick.
Sure.
I have been telling society
that gentleman might sue you.
No, he's not a gentleman, he's a boy. Stop misusing the words. You see, Lumbuye, at first, he had some good information. We thought that now this guy, he wants attention, he needs numbers, is new in the field of social media and media. But after time, we thought that actually now he will settle down to get things that help society, that are developmental. Because now there are two things: analyzing, blogging, and blackmail. These are the three things. Do you go for analysis? You get a story, you analyze it constructively. Because if you analyze, you are well versed with the feelings of other people. The people you are discussing. These people have families, they have businesses. They are also people like you. Okay? So a bad communicator will throw all these things, the feelings of the other parties, and he concentrates on blackmail. Lumbuye is a blackmailer.
Is what?
A blackmailer. He has survived on blackmail.
Mailer.
Okay. Intrigue. Propaganda. Tribalism. Let me give you 4 scenarios. The other day, Lumbuye was telling people that the king was poisoned. His Royal Highness, the Kabaka of Buganda. That who poisoned the king, the premier, the Katikiro. Now, you are bringing an empire. Because Buganda is an institution. There are other parties that are involved. The king has his own children, the prince, the princess. How do they feel
when they hear such statements?
Such statements coming from a Muganda. So there was a problem. The other time he said that the president had died. His Excellency Jaja Tehabulwa. That is no more. Jaja Tehabulwa, the president of the Republic of Ghana. That Jaja had died. Now the person in charge is Teacher Pamire. We kept quiet. We kept quiet. And people were starting to believe that alone can cause a coup. That alone. That there is a power vacuum in the country. Putting millions of innocent people at risk. Okay, because of a rosy mouth
What?
Lose mouse. Lose mousing. You don't have breaks in your mouth. You are ever spitting fire.
So the president came out and cleared it.
The president came out and cleared it. We stayed there. Lumbuya has attacked businessmen in this country. A full list, I have a full list.
Are you sure?
A full list. The other day he was saying that my older brother Ham is not a politician.
He cannot even be.
Ham has never appeared on the media for anything apart from things that concern his business empire. That Ham killed somebody. So that a lot of things. The journalists have not been spared too. There are senior journalists who have been attacked by Rumbuye. Politicians. At one time he said that Honorable Namboze brought a rat. He took it, she took it to Magere to buy it in his umbilical cord. A kundi. Then I said, how can Namboze carry a rat? So, concocting stories.
Doing what?
Concocting. You know, you are concocting, adding stories left and right.
I know, absolutely.
So now until this recent unjust, myopic attack on genocide, that the man
was uncalled for
is dead. Genocide has a family, is a Ugandan like anybody. If you don't agree with him, if you agree with him, if you disagree with him, let us have a leveled ground where we respect each other. If you believe that Bob Wine is your president, it's okay. But do not undermine the contribution of other people in this country. Do not attack personalities. It is called the bigotism. Bigotism. The perception, the thinking, whereby a certain group of people think that they are more Ugandans.
It is called what?
Bigotism. They entitled, they are now they are the moral yardstick that now we have to grade that Junior is stupid because he's not supported.
He claims the videos you're putting out and the photos are photoshopped, and even the videos are old.
In life, the bad thing about being, you don't feel it. The people around you. So whatever Rumbuye is doing or whatever Rumbuye is saying, to the other societies, it adds up, but to intellect, because you cannot Photoshop a video.
That is video shop.
I have never heard about that.
Because a photo,
video shop.
It is Photoshop.
But now a video.
Video shop. It is what he said.
Unless he's saying the videos, these are all the videos. But
he says even the videos are a video shop.
As who? Okay,
as a blogger.
Okay. If the videos are out, if they are new, we have now refused. Okay, Lumbuye, you stay with your what? With your statements. As the senior people in this country, the Ugandans are busy doing their work, the businesses are normal. Let them continue. Okay. Because now, what are we fighting for?
I can't say it.
Nothing. Nothing. So Lumbuye wants us now to script ourselves, you know, and we start discussing such stupidity. The videos are old. You see now the other fingers turn the left. You see now the ear is blue. We are not going to go to that pass.
Lastly, before we leave here, any special message to the people of the United Kingdom?
Yes.
To the people of England?
It is so unfortunate. The Queen of Great Britain, Her Majesty Alexandria Mary Windsor, left the world. The entire world was shocked. But there are three important things that we can discuss in that story. The importance of the monarchy in the changing world. Because you know most of the countries in the Commonwealth want to get independence from Great Britain. Okay. Will the monarchy survive under King Charles? Okay. That's a big question. As Uganda, apart from Britain being a global player, but there is nothing direct we are getting from them. Because even the money we are getting from Commonwealth, it's little money. Now business are running on China. Okay, we are moving closer to the east. President's foreign policy, but we are not running away from the west. So even Great Britain, its influence is declining. They also have problems. The empire went. They are now left with 16 colonies. They also want to get independence. So at the end of the day, Great Britain now should sit, because now they left European Union. So they have a lot of problems. Times have changed. So the absence of Queen Elizabeth, one, to the entire world, it's unfortunate, because now we are in a troubled world. This generation, this century, we have a war in Ukraine and Russia that has destabilized the oil prices. We needed such an institution, because monarchism in England is an institution, okay, that is respectable. Every president, including the vice president of China, was there. So he was the epitome, the center of all the leadership. Okay, so we shall greatly miss the Queen of Great Britain, but long live the king, the one who has taken over. We shall pray for them. I think His Excellency President Museveni, in his statement, he was saying that he helped to normalize relationships between Kenya and Uganda. You know, he had the problems with President Moi of Kenya.
There was tension.
Yeah, there was tension. Then the Queen helped us. Uganda, we are part of the Commonwealth. Chogam English is the only Commonwealth there. The English language. There's no shared resources and values. So, but we shall catch up. So the people in Great Britain, it is a really great loss for leadership in the whole world as an institution. But let us pray that they sort out the crisis, the oil crisis. There is insurance. You know, this war in Ukraine has also brought problems on economies of the whole world. So the British are supposed now to sit now to re-strategize. They call it re-strategizing. I think that's the word I can use.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tamale MIRUNDI Junior.
So people should thank me.
Thank you so much for your time.
For my time, thank me that as a senior citizen in this country, we can come and do these English shows for a few people, because there are very few people who can really articulate such great areas of importance when it comes to
Thank you so much, everyone who has been watching us. Ibrahim Mukasa is my name. See you next time. Love you all.
Yes.